What is up, you guys? So today I am sharing some things that I got from an estate sale, and I'm also going to be taking you into the estate sale. So I was able to film in there a good bit of the way. It was the last day, so there wasn't near as much to choose from, but I feel like some people want to see that not every time you go to an estate sale it's going to be just like full of stuff. But I did find some things, so I am excited to share those things. And I'm going to be sharing a lot here today in what's going on with my yard, because that is definitely a priority that we're working on. So progress with my yard, plants, those are things that are going to be incorporated in my videos and today's video and future videos. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys along with that in that estate sale, show you guys the plans for the yard and what we've got going on for the yard. And I did get a flip-flops on Palafox, which is a vintage shop, but I am not going to share what all I got from there today because I don't want this video to be extremely long, because it's already pretty long. So I did move my vitrine that was right there, and that's because I wanted it in my bar situation area, which is in my lounge. So I will share that in just a minute. But I also wanted more like walkability through here. It just didn't make sense anymore for me to have the glasses in here because we make drinks in the lounge. So the extra glasses are in there. And yeah, I like the extra space here. So yeah, you guys can see there's a lot more walking space. So now there's a lot more free space right here because the vitrine was here. So this is the view from my lounge as I'm sitting here, or like sitting on my sofa here in my lounge. So I can see into my front living room and then see where I put the vitrine, which is right near the bar setup. So it's nice to have the vitrine here. I love the pop of the modern art, which is from the 70s. It is an original piece. So I just love all this tension here and the ability to have access to more of my glasses for making drinks, because this is where we would do so. We make snacks here. Honestly, we do a lot of our eating in here, so it's just nice to be able to have that here. The statue, you guys know, that's something he picked out from an estate sale. So yeah, I really love this flow. So this giant palm tree that's in my yard, it needs to be trimmed up there. But yeah, there were already string lights there, so we want to take those down. It's like at night whenever they're on, they're just like unevenly done. It just doesn't look good. It was already like that when we got the house. So we want to work on taking that down. I just don't like the look of that on the tree. And like I said, it doesn't look pleasant whenever they're lit up anyways. But I do love having this giant palm tree. I think it's so pretty and classic of Florida. So here on the side of my house, I thought about doing more crepe myrtles. But yeah, we're just working on the front of the house now, and then we're gonna get to the side. So I know I mentioned something about like doing an additional like pergola over here, but my husband has this wild hair to build a koi pond. So he is like really wanting to do that, but he's having to do a lot of research. So he doesn't really want to get started on it until he feels confident that he's doing it correctly. So he's been doing a lot of YouTubing and just researching to figure out the best way to build a big koi pond here. So that's the plans. I remember I was talking about that in my last video. So that's the plans here. And then we'll have plants around it. But that's the bird of paradise. So we got that planted. So yeah, we'll have to cover that whenever the winter comes, because I don't want that shriveling down to the root and then having to restart with basically all the way down to the ground. I just don't want a ton of plants here that I have to do that for every winter, because we do in the wintertime easily get below freezing for many nights. So I'll just have a few plants that I have to do that with. I just don't want an overwhelming amount that I have to do that with, like that I have to baby for the winter. I don't mind a few, but I don't want most of my plants being like that, or unless they're in a pot that I can bring them in. I would love to change out these Arborvitae evergreens for ones that spiral. My husband even mentioned that he could probably trim it like that, but I don't think that that's gonna look right. So I think I just want to repot these just somewhere in the yard. And I would love to have the real spiral ones there. I just think that would... I chose these because I really love the color of the green, and I want something that is going to work regardless of the weather. Evergreens are called evergreens for a reason. So I think the spiral ones are also evergreens. So they're a little more expensive, but I think that would make a bigger difference in terms of like how I feel about the front. So I did not ignore this cord. We digging or something, I guess, broke or messed up the wire for our internet. So we had to have that redone. So that we just have to wait on them to come redig for that. So anyways, what I wanted to share is got these two bromeliads. And then, so you know how I was talking about these spiral arborvitaes, or they could be like junipers, or what's the other version of those? I can't remember. But I have gone with a topiary, so I'm going to show that to y'all. It is a lot cheaper. So look at this, you guys. Look how gorgeous this is. So this is a part sun, so this is probably just going to stay potted, and it's going to go on my porch. Look how beautiful that is. It's really big. I mean, you cannot beat that. That was only $60, y'all, for a beautiful plant like this. I feel like it's not bad. One that's this big, I mean. But anyways, the topiaries. So this is the topiary. It is a three-tier. Let's see if I can get it to stand up. So this is it. And I want to plant one in each of these, but the problem is these don't fare well in the winter time. But I like the appearance of these being in here instead of the arborvitaes. And then I'm going to plant these up against the fence. So anyways, these I will probably just leave in a pot and then bring in for the winter time, so I won't actually have these planted in here. I'll just leave them in a pot, and if I have to upgrade to like a little bit bigger of a pot, I can do that. Because yeah, this is solid concrete. These things are super heavy. I'm not trying to bring these in and out whenever it becomes wintertime here. So, but I think that these would look awesome. Like, look, you guys. You guys might even be able to kind of see a preview of how it'll look. It just got done doing a pretty serious rainstorm here, which is great because these plants needed some more water. So I don't know, this is an oleander. So my husband is going to use these to make the bed here. So we'll have to get mulch, and then I'm going to plant the oleander here beside this angel trumpet. That's the hibiscus, right? Yeah, that's the hibiscus. And then we have the agave. This is the crepe myrtle, and I guess that will go behind here. I just don't know if I want something that tall and leggy blocking the house right there. I don't know. I don't know if I want the crepe myrtle there or not. Okay, you guys, so you guys remember my Aubusson rug, my huge Aubusson rug that I recently got only like a couple months ago. I don't even know. It wasn't even that long ago. But it sits here, and I have another wool rug that's like a tan background that does so well in the front living room. It cleans up very nicely. It doesn't stain easily, but this being a lighter background, it's staining so easily. And honestly, I should have known, like, this looks good, like the part that people don't walk on, but you can honestly see a path where we're walking, and I've been fighting to clean it, and it's just so high maintenance. Like, look at this. So I'm gonna have to clean this really well, and I think I'm gonna put it up for sale to at least recoup the money that I paid for it, because I only paid $300 for it. And I definitely think that I can at least get my money back. So that, you see what I'm saying? Like in my last video, I was saying that even buying pre-loved, you can always at least, or usually I would say, in my case, get at least what you paid or make money on it. I could have honestly even make money on this, I think. But I'm tired of the upkeep. This is a high traffic area. Honestly, I should have bought something that was lower maintenance, I guess. These rugs clean up very nicely, but it is a lighter background. It's just not practical for, I mean, if this were in a bedroom, I think it would be totally fine. All on this side, it's like perfect. It's plush, looks the way it's supposed to look. And it was like this all over when I first got it. So, I don't know. I have a jute rug. I'm wondering if I should just use this large jute rug that I have that's in my storage building. It'll be a little bit of a downgrade, but for a high traffic area, or it needs to just be a darker colored Aubusson rug. So I got a different crepe myrtle, and the other one that I had, I decided to put on the other side of the house, on the side where I think I already showed in another clip. We'll be working on that side next. But anyways, this crepe myrtle, I like the color of this one, and I like how it's like not as stiff. The one that I had was like this one, and it's like it's more flowy. So I like the sculptural aspect of this one a little better than the dark pink one that I did have for this spot. So I got this one for up front. Got this Madagascar palm, and then, but y'all, it is so hot. But I think this afternoon, whenever it cools down, I want to take these out and then go ahead and plant these topiaries, or just set the pots inside of there and move those. I don't know if I want to put those over there in front of the fence or what. So I used to have a variegated monstera, and at my old house where it just wasn't enough light. And I think that it ended up getting mealybugs or some kind of pest. But anyways, I am retrying. Variegated version is a little harder because they can't photosynthesize as easily as a typical monstera. But I do love how they look. Isn't that so pretty? And then this is a pink syngonium here. So I'm gonna keep the Monstera in that pot because it is like one of those twist and lift self-watering pots. This is ugly, so I gotta find something else to put that in. But yeah, look at the pink on the Syngonium. I don't think I had a pink Syngonium in the past, but you can see, and then there's like a new growth with pink on it. I had this in my front living room, but the window that has near my lucite desk, it is got a white screen that's out on the porch that you've seen before. So it kind of blocks some of the light from that east facing window. So that's why I decided to move it over here where this door is, because it's east facing also. So I think that they should do well here. I think the placement for the anthurium is going to work out. Seems to be doing fine. Well, this house is really big. I want to go in there. There's someone in there.
They might have me block.
Oh yeah, we don't need clawfoot tofu.
Yeah, I don't think it's for sale. Yeah. First off, it looks really nice. Look, it's a big one.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like the brass.
Like, okay, hold on. And I was like, they're not gonna fit anyway, so.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Hi.
Okay, want to put it back on? I'm sure it comes off.
It's just sitting there.
No, we don't do that, push it back. Just sitting on top, just let it fall.
I bet no, but
Come back.
it's a lot in here.
This room, the outside room's not.
Where you got?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do 75.
Getting confused in here.
I know. Please. I feel like it should be later than 520. That's for
Marco.
This one was 25.
That's too a lot. Now, they really want that one.
Cracker Jack.
Yes, that was my child.
What a cool attic. this is 1 bedroom, 1 bath up here.
You got some stuff over here too.
What's your favorite? Are you going out?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have a good night, ma'am.
Is that lion statue for sale?
To get this bird bath, actually, it's a fountain because there's a hole right here. I just don't think it has all the working parts. So, the lady and the pedestal, and that's concrete. And then we're coming back tomorrow to get the lion. Right here. So that goes on top of there. So as y'all know, I went to this estate sale. I got distracted. I was supposed to be planting stuff. But, okay, this is the Tesla charger. So anyways, I have this little bistro set up here, up against my house, on my side yard, I guess, side-ish front yard. But anyways, I found this chandelier at the estate sale. It's not in some kind of working condition, so I've always liked the idea of al fresco dining. I think it would look very French to have this, get an arm to hang right here, and it would just hang like so above the little bistro set with the little crystals. You see what I'm saying? Won't that be pretty above there? So over here, I'm going to move this to my backyard where I have 2 flocks of chickens, and so my other flock where it's mostly silkies, I sit out there with them a lot. I already have some seating out there with the Brahmas, so I want to add this out there to my seating with the silkies. So I'm going to put that out there, so therefore there'll only be this one bench. I have the matching bench, as you know, in my front, but I happened to find this at the estate sale. The leg, I don't know if you got to see it at the estate sale, but the leg they thought it was broken, but it's just unscrewed. So we just have to get a bolt and screw it back. So that'll sit out here nicely. We only paid $10 for this bench. If you guys know, these cast iron benches go for a hell of a lot more than that. I think I paid $100 still, even for the one that I have that looks like it. I think it's the grape. Yeah, I think these are both the grape pattern. And I mean, yeah, the leg was intact, but still. And they go for a lot more than $100. That was even a good deal to me when I got that. So anyways, this is the bird bath, so we've got to put all this together. So it comes in 3 parts, or we could do it as a fountain because it does have the holes to make it a fountain. And then the lion will go out here as well. So he's still toying around with the idea of doing a koi pond. That will be a whole project out here with the huge lion, a koi pond all around it. This has some of the seating, and then we have this over here. I don't want to put this in the front. I've already got a bird bath over in my front yard anyways, so this is like the front side, I guess you could call it. But yeah, that is my matching bench right there that I have. So it's cool, I got a second one. You see, I already have one lady fountain in the front. So yeah, she was a fountain too, but I just used it as it's like a bird bath, but it needs to be cleaned out. But yeah, so it's like I already have that one in the front. I already have this lady in the front. So yeah, I'm trying to expand and do more over there, and that's where the water fountain feature would be, whether it's a koi pond or whatever it is he's gonna do. So we got the lion here that goes on top of the pedestal. So yeah, I convinced him maybe just build like a large base for the lion and create like a really big fountain, since the lion is a fountain and we have the pump that it came with, I guess. I just think that would be really cool. It'd save him some digging, but it'd still be a lot of work either one. So who knows, maybe he'll do that or he'll do the koi pond, I'm not really sure. So this stuff's just gonna sit right here until we figure out what exactly his plans are for either a large fountain or a koi pond. And that's the other fountain right there, the lady that I showed you guys. So this elephant we had to put back out, or we had to put outside, because I needed to put a freezer, because we just don't have a big enough freezer space in our kitchen. So out went this, since it's wicker, should be totally fine. And then I am going to just put, I guess, plants on top of it. So yeah, I would like to add some potted plants up here on my deck. And those swan tables that are over there that I've had forever, I don't know where I want to put those, but they're not going to stay right there. So yeah, I just love all of these vintage pieces that I've sourced. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video.